Anyway, it's 2007, and for some reason, I'm home on Halloween. Now, here's the thing. As a comedian, I have signed up to perform 365 days a year. There is no sacred day for me. I work on Christmas Day. I work on New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, birthdays, holidays, special occasions, no matter what. My mom told me, si hay trabajo, hay que trabajar. You got to work, especially if you got a good job. You don't want no one to take it. So if you're going to go for it, give it everything. So the fact that I'm not working on Halloween is super rare. And so my son's mom is like, she's like, I think this is so cool that you're home today. You know, since this is Frankie's first year where it's just the three of us, how about this? How about tonight, you take him trick-or-treating and I'll stay home and give out candy. This way it'll give the two of you an opportunity to get to know each other, have some conversations, have some laughs. What do you think? I said, baby, you know what? That's a great idea. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm on it. Frankie, come on. We're going trick-or-treating. What about my mom? She's going to stay home. Yay. So we get in the car. And I take Frankie to that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? That neighborhood that gives out the Costco candies? Yeah. So we park the car and we start going up the street. And I'm not wearing a costume. I'm there for him. So he's dressed up for Halloween. I'm just me. So some of the doors we knocked on, the people freaked out. One guy was like, the Fluffy. I'm like, oh my God, I've never been referred to as the Fluffy. I didn't know what to say. It is I. One door we knocked on, they opened the door, they're like, oh my God, you're famous. I was like, ah. We go all the way up, we cross the street, we come all the way back. By the time we get to the car, the bucket is overflowing with candy, okay? So we get back to the house, and it hasn't even been an hour. We walk in, and Frankie's mom is pissed. She's like, the hell is this? I go, what? I thought I told you to take him trick-or-treating. I go, I did. Look, show the score. The whole point of you taking him trick-or-treating wasn't to get candy. The hell you say? What was the point? The point was for the two of you to spend time together, have some laughs, have some conversations, get to know one another. You're not going to do that in an hour. Can you please, for me, take them out one more time for at least an hour? Baby, I get it. Don't even worry about it. I got it. So I said, Frankie, come on. Dump out your bucket.
Round 2.
So we go outside. We get in the car. I don't want to go door to door again. So I said, I got an idea. I take Frankie to Walmart. We get to Walmart, and Frankie goes, what are we doing here? I got it, watch. We walk in. I said, grab a cart. Follow me. And I lead Frankie all the way to the candy section. Well, as soon as we get to the candy section, I stop the cart. And I got in Frankie's face, and I said, Frankie, you have exactly 30 seconds to grab as much candy as you can. Ready? Go! And he froze. I said, dude, clock's ticking. You better move. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So he grabs a bag, looks at it, throws it in the cart. Grabs a second bag, looks at it, throws it in the cart. Grabs a third bag, and on the third bag, time! And it was the first time I heard him go, shit! Because he knew he wasted that golden opportunity those first few seconds. So we get to the car. I rip open the 3 bags. I dump them out in his bucket. And I tell him, look, Frankie, when we get home, you cannot tell your mom that we went to Walmart. Why not? Because she's going to say that we cheated trick-or-treating. But it's better. I know it's better. So we get home, and of course now it's a different tone. She's like, there you are. Did you guys have a good time? We had a great time, baby. We had a good time, huh, Frankie? That's good. Frankie, give me your candy. Why, Mom? Because I need to go through your candy to make sure it's safe for you to eat. Why wouldn't it be safe? It all came from... Cállate, pendejo. Cállate. Cállate, cabrón. Cállate. He almost took down the empire, you know what I'm saying? So he hands over the bucket, and she grabs it and immediately dumps it out on the table right in front of us. She notices, you know. There's a lot of the same candy right here. A lot of the same candy. Can you explain why there's so much of the same candy in Frankie's bucket? I don't know what to tell you, baby. There's a lot of basic bitches in this neighborhood. You know, just kind of, I don't know. We can't go back to that other neighborhood because they got cameras and they're going to know us. And we don't want to be that person. Nobody wants to be that. So fast forward 1 year. It is now October 31st of 2008. And for some reason, I'm not booked on Halloween again. And so my girl's like, she swears up and down, oh, it's a sign. It's a sign. I'm like, it's a sign my agent is slacking. Shout out, Matt. I know you're here. Sorry about that joke. You're doing a great job. Thank you for this one. I know, but that year you dropped the ball. So, but anyway. And so Frankie's mom is like, I think that, you know what? Maybe, just maybe we can make this like a tradition. You know, this could be your guys' thing. The two of you go out trick-or-treating, and then I'll stay home and give out candy. This could be your thing. I go, you know what, baby? Sounds good to me. Frankie, come on, we're going trick-or-treating. What about my mom? She's going to stay home again. Yay. So we get outside, we get in the car. I lean over and I look at Frankie and I said, Frankie, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Walmart. We pull up to Walmart. We walk in. I said, Frankie, grab a cart. Follow me. And I lead him all the way to the candy section. As soon as we get to the candy section, I stop the cart and I get in his face. I said, Frankie, you have exactly 30 seconds to grab as much candy as you can. Ready? Go! Apparently, this was training all year for this. As soon as I said, go, his arm, bam, and he starts gutting the shelf. He's ripping bags of candy into the cart. He overflowed the shopping cart in 10 seconds. I firmly believe that's the first day of my diabetes. And that's a story that I've been sharing, you know. If I'm at a bar and I'm sitting at the bar, I'm in a drinking environment. If someone sends me a shot, I don't say no. I say thank you. I accept the shot and I tell the bartender who sent it so that I can lock eyes with that person and go, thank you. And they can see me drink the shot so they know it didn't go to waste. If someone sends me a shot, I take that as a compliment. I think it's an awesome thing if someone sends you a drink. And so when I send someone a drink, I mean good intentions with that drink. And if that person is like at the bar and they're like, ugh, no, I take offense to that. I'm like, ugh, dick. I don't want to make someone feel that way. So I know if I'm in a drinking environment, I don't say no. I have already established the fact that this is a drinking environment. I've already done 2 rounds. And so I see what's going on and I'm looking for help because that's a lot. So I look for security and I'm like, security! And security sees, and security was so clueless that night. They're like, want me to help you drink? No, stupid! Martin is gone somewhere, security's clueless, so I'm stuck on my own. So I walk over and I start drinking. I grabbed the first shot and I held it up and I said, to Orlando. Boom. Second one, to Orlando. Boom. Third one, to Orlando. Boom. After about 8 shots, I was like, to Nanando. Boom. After about 12 shots, I was like, to Armando. Boom. I did 17 shots of Jaeger. At this point, people are no longer watching my show for the sake of stand-up comedy. They're watching a train wreck, and they don't want to leave because they want to see what's going to happen. I am now reaching for number 18. And as I'm reaching for it, someone in the back of the room yells out, "Take it off!" And I was like, "You take it off!" And then her boyfriend stands up. "Hey, she'll take off whatever you take off." And all of a sudden, we had a party. That girl came up on stage and she was beautiful, according to Jaeger. She's standing on the stage next to me, but at this point, I'm so gone, I can barely finish a sentence. So then the crowd starts chanting, "Take it off! Take it off!" I'm like, here we go. So I kick off a shoe. She kicks off a sandal. I kick off the other shoe. She kicks off the other sandal. And we started going toe to toe. Eventually, I end up in my boxers and nothing else. And she's in a sports bra and her underwear. And it's her turn. And we all know it's her turn. And this is what I feel like I might get in trouble for because I was instigating. I was like, we're going to see something. We're going to see something. I don't know what we're going to see, but we're going to see something. It's either going to be Momo or Meow Meow. It's going to be something. As soon as she heard Meow Meow, she ran off the stage. And now I'm standing there in my boxers. No one there to help me. Finally, my friend shows up. Martin comes out the door, runs down the stairs, takes the microphone away from me. He goes, "Get your ass upstairs." I'm not paying attention. I'm just looking at the ground. You know, I am gone. I'm this guy. I look like the end of a Mortal Kombat game. So I'm not looking at Martin, so he pops me in the chest. He goes, "Hey, huh?" And I see Martin's face, and his whole face is covered with salt. Because he's a whore. Martin says, "Get your ass upstairs." "Okay, Martin." So I start trying to walk up the stairs, but I can't because I'm too drunk. So I got to do that little baby bear crawl. You know, that football thing where you get on all fours. And so I crawled all the way up the stairs like a little baby bear. And when I got to the top, everyone cheered. "He made it!" And so I'm still, woo! And Martin, he's just trying to get me to go away. He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mr. Gabriel Iglesias. This man gave you everything he had. He almost got naked for you." And then I heard, "Almost." And a little devil appeared on my shoulder. And his name was Jaeger. And from the top of the stairs, freaking 3, 2, 1. "I tell you what." And I threw my underwear at Martin. Half the crowd saw my side naked profile. The other. I want to let you all know right now that there are things about me that you don't know that you're going to find out sooner than later. So basically what I'm trying to do at this moment is do what my lawyer said and get ahead of it. I offended someone whose name I should have never brought up. I offended a professional fighter. His name is Canelo. I know. Go big or go home. If you are not familiar with who Canelo is, give me a few seconds to explain. Canelo is arguably one of the best fighters in the world. Okay? You cannot miss him. He is in fact Mexican, but he does not look traditional. Canelo is in fact the whitest Mexican on earth. He's super white. He's so white, he's redhead. Canelo is a redheaded white Mexican fighter. He is so white, even Donald Trump was like, "You can come." Super white. But then he opens his mouth and you realize, oh, Canelo, he's not local. So here's how I got in trouble. A comedy friend of mine by the name of Ron White reached out to me. And Ron White invited me to be part of his Tribute to the Troops comedy show for the Nashville Network. And I told Ron, I said, Ron, I'd love to do the show. Anything for the troops, let's do this. So the show taped in Vegas. And it's a couple other comics plus myself, and Ron White's the host. He brings me up on stage, and I figure I'm only doing 10 minutes, okay? I might as well just do references to Las Vegas since everybody knows Vegas. So I started talking about boxing. And then I brought up Canelo. And here's where I got in trouble. I said, Canelo is my favorite fighter of all time. I just wish... And it was all downhill after that. I said, I just wish he would not do interviews in English because English is not his strong language. And if you're a professional hear me out. If you're a professional fighter, you need to sound confident, engaged, threatening, aggressive, on point, in your face. And in Spanish, he does. In English, not so much. In Spanish, he's a killer. In Spanish, the reporter, the announcer comes out. Aquí estamos con Canelo Álvarez que se va a pelear contra Floyd Money Mayweather este fin de semana en pay-per-view en el MGM Grand en Las Vegas, Nevada. I know some of you heard that right now and you're like, oh my God, I think I understand Spanish. Because you do. So then the reporter will look at Canelo and ask him about the fight. Canelo, ¿qué vas a hacer en tu pelea? Canelo takes the microphone. He's a man of few words, but he's on point. He looks at the camera and he's like, pues mira, lo pegaré así, va a pegar el piso. ¡Sas! Así mero, no se lo pierde ese fin de semana en el MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada. Canelo Álvarez contra Floyd Money Mayweather. No se lo pierda. Same exact interview. English. I'm standing here alongside Mexican superstar Saul Canelo Alvarez, who's going to be facing Floyd Money Mayweather this weekend on pay-per-view. Canelo, what is your strategy and your plan of attack going into this weekend's fight against such a technical opponent, if you will? A man who has single-handedly redefined the sport of boxing. What is your plan of attack going into the fight?
Well, I am going to hit him like this. I'm going to hit him like this. He's going to fall on the, ¿cómo se dice piso, güey? Floor. He's going to fall to the floor and then tan tan, así.
A story that went viral called the racist gift basket story. The story itself is about 15 minutes long, okay? I'm gonna give you the 3-minute version of that story so you understand what's going on. Basically, Martin and I are doing a show in Sacramento, California. We're driving from LA to Sacramento. We're passing through a small town called Fresno. As we're passing through Fresno, we reach out to the local promoter who does the shows there. We're good friends with him. And he tells us, you know, because we're trying to have lunch. And he goes, he's busy, but by the way, G. Riley's in town. And we're like, oh shoot, our friend G. Riley's in town. He's at the hotel. All right, he's at the hotel. We knew exactly where he was at. So I say, Martin, how about we go and visit G? Martin goes, let's stop by. I figured first, let's go pick up some soda, some drinks so we can surprise him. So we get to the market. As soon as we walk in the door, we see a whole pile of gift baskets. Martin goes, we should get him a gift basket. I said, Martin, G. Riley doesn't like gift baskets, okay? He doesn't like the fancy wine and the fancy cheese and the sausage. He definitely hates crackers. You don't even know why that's so funny. But anyways, I said, how about this, Martin? He doesn't know we're coming. Let's have a little fun with him. How about we make him a racist gift basket? And Martin goes, what's that? I go, you know, Martin, a racist gift basket. A gift basket designed to have fun with whatever race you're trying to mess with. Now, in G's case, he's black. It was easy. Now I say easy not to be an ass. I say easy because there's so many stereotypes attached to African Americans. So we have this empty gift basket. What did we put in it? Fried chicken, watermelon, Kool-Aid, grape soda, barbecued potato chips, sunflower seeds, an Ebony magazine, a Chris Rock DVD called Bigger and Blacker, Magnum condoms, Newport cigarettes, a rack of ribs, the recipe for cornbread. We put everything but a white girl with a big ass in the basket. We wrapped it up really nice. We put a big bow on it and we took it to the hotel. We had the girl at the front desk deliver it to his room. Martin and I are waiting in the hallway where he can't see us. So she knocks on the door. G. Riley opens the door. She gives him the gift basket. He says thank you, closes the door. Martin and I run over to the door and we start listening to him opening up the gift basket. As he's opening it, he's getting excited. And he is enjoying every single thing he is pulling out of that basket. He is loving this basket until he realizes it's a practical joke. And then he freaks out because he read the greeting card. The greeting card freaked him out because now he thinks that the KKK sent the gift basket. Now some of you are like, why does he think that? Because that's what we wrote. If you're gonna do a practical joke, you go big or you go home is what I'm trying to say. So he freaks out and he tries to run out of the hotel room. As soon as he gets in the hallway, he sees Martin and I laughing and he puts two and two together. So then he cusses us out. He forgives us, gives us a hug, high five. We go back in his room and then I eat his chicken. What winds up happening is that story goes crazy on Comedy Central. People are giving him a hard time, so they pull it. Next thing you know, I upload it through YouTube. 10 million views it gets on YouTube. Then they flag it because the word racist is on the title, so it gets pulled off. So then I re-upload it, it gets another 10 million. Then I had people share it. All in all, the video's probably gotten about a little over 100 million views. So here's what happened. Just like the chocolate cakes, the diet soda, and the deodorant. Before you know it, people started bringing me Mexican racist gift baskets. Now, when it first started happening, listen guys, I'm not gonna lie, it was actually kind of cute because it was only other Mexicans bringing me these quote unquote Mexican racist gift baskets. It started in LA after a show. This one guy walks up to me with a basket and he's like, hey, what's up, homie? Got your racist gift basket. I said, we're the same race. Hey, whatever. All right, whatever. I take it backstage and all the items in the basket made it to my house. There was a Mexican blanket with a tiger on it, a bunch of bottles of Fanta, bottles of sangria, Vicente Fernandez CDs, Mexican candy, pan dulces, sweetbread, mazapanes. Everything made it to my house. Now, the more East Coast we started traveling and the more down south we started performing, the more creative the gift baskets started getting. Fast forward to Mobile, Alabama. Oh, it gets good. Earlier tonight, before we kicked off this special, my friend Martin was out here making a couple of announcements. One of the announcements that he made was, if you brought a gift, please hold on to it until after the show. Don't bring it to the stage. It could interrupt the flow of the performance. The only reason why he makes this announcement every single night is because of one show in Mobile. So here's what happens. I tell the entire racist gift basket story, the full 16 minutes, right? As soon as I finish, a guy from the back of the theater rushes the front of the stage. Now keep in mind, this area is full. In Mobile, the aisle was right up the middle. So the guy had a clean shot to me. He hauled ass like it was The Price is Right, all the way down. Much like tonight, there was security there that night. Security sees the guy with the basket, but no one thought to stop him. All they did was, that's pretty. Oh, that's nice, that's pretty, yeah. So the guy makes it all the way to the front. He takes the gift basket and he puts it on the stage. Now he's heckling me from where you're sitting. I'm standing here and he's like, Fluffy! What's up, dude? I got this for you. Thank you. Open it. I go, sir, we're kind of in the middle of a show right now. I says, I appreciate the gift. That's very nice of you. I says, but how about this? I'll open it after the show. Oh, come on, Fluffy. I want to see your face. Sir, how about this? How about you take the gift basket and you bring it over here to the side of the stage where security's at, and I'll have security escort you behind the curtain, and then I'll open it up backstage with you in front of me. How's that? And he's not taking no for an answer. Now, the problem is the crowd just saw me tell the racist gift basket story, and all of a sudden there's a guy with a gift basket. They have no idea I'm not affiliated with freaking Duck Dynasty in the front row. So now I'm trying to diffuse the situation before it gets crazy, but he's not taking no for an answer. Next thing you know, he does something no other audience member has ever done in my 19 plus years as a comedian. He takes the whole crowd away from me, flips them, and then uses them on me. In 5 seconds. It was the most amazing, horrific thing I have ever witnessed. This is all he did. Come on, Fluffy! We want to see your face! We want to see your face! We want to see your... He gets 2,000 people behind him to start chanting, we want to see your face! We want to see your face! It was very evident this was not the first rally he's ever led. The crowd is so loud, I can no longer hear myself over the monitor. So I'm like, I lost. So I get on my hands and knees, I put the microphone down, I grab the gift basket, and I start tearing it open. I reach in. Forget about pulling out Mexican soda, Mexican candy, or a Mexican blanket. This dude was a pro. I started pulling out gardening tools. I'm pulling out a rake, a toy shovel, a toy leaf blower. Dig deeper, Fluffy, dig deeper. I pull out a soccer ball. I go, dude, it says Puerto Rico. They ran out of Mexico. I pull out a brick. I go, what's the brick for? The wall. I pull out an actual application for U.S. citizenship. I said, there's no way this can get any worse. Dig deeper. I was wrong. I pull out an old school box of Crayola crayons. You know the 64 pack that has a sharpener in the back? Okay. There's a window on the front of the crayons so you can see all of the colors that are in the box. All of the...
Come on, you guys. No? About the United States. I stopped the metal. You don't. You know. You're fluffy? Forget it. And that to me was cool, you know, people walking by. But these are the people that come. But I had fun though, you know. One thing you guys definitely made possible is, and I never did it.
It's a trip, man. The biggest character in my life is my roommate. This dude's like a big-time pothead. Are there any pot smokers out here? See, everybody that giggles probably is, huh? I swear to God, every morning I wake him up for work. Hey, Albert, wake up. What's up, Gabriel? Go back to bed, bro. All right, man. He came up to me one time with this. He goes, hey, Gabriel, have you ever stopped to wonder all the sounds that a car makes? I'm like, no, but I could just imagine what he must hear, right, when he's high. Like, let's say he's down the street and he's gonna drive over here right now. This is what I imagine he must hear. All right, Gabriel, I'll see you at the comedy club. Let me just take out my keys. I walk over here to my car. You unlock the door. Man. It's hot in here. I'm sorry for those of us in Austin who have money. Hey, man, let's go. You know he's high because the power of windows and the thing went down before the car was on. All right, man, let's go to the club. Hey, let's turn on the radio. 102.7 San Antonio. Como la flor, tanta flor. Aquí Selena. No la chingas, Oh, in case there's any gang members there. Get to a stoplight. Órale, mamacita, what's happening? Oh, you don't like it? It's hydraulics. In case you were wondering. Okay.